Alright, get back on these heads. Didn't really feel like filming all this, but people get so testy when I show everything I do around here. So, last week we cleaned the valves all up, blasted the heads, so now I gotta hone out the new valve guides I put in there. So I got new guides in there right now. So we gotta hone these to size. So we gotta measure our valves and see what size we're gonna use. So that's what we're going to do. So I need a nice mic to do that with. So we measure the stem, figure out what the big area is going to be. It's like 309. Yep. 3090. So you write down your number. And we're going to do some more calculation after this. And it's about the same size in the middle, maybe a tick bigger. Yeah, 309. Yep. 3090 again. We do the exhaust, their bigger stem. Should be around 39. Those are 38. Measure the whole stem because it's all uneven. Try to find the biggest spot. So looks like we're 308. Probably 7. Yeah, 8. 3388. 338. 8. Boom. A lot of 8's in that number. See what this one is. It's right about the same. Nope, a little bit bigger right there. That's 7. I think I measured the other one wrong. It might have been 6. 3, 3, 8, 7. I think that's what I had. Nope, 8. We measure this one. Oh, it's kind of big. Yeah, pretty close. So you got a veneer scale up here you're looking at. I don't know if you can see it in the light, but when the lines line up, that's the size. Alright, that's all the same size. We get our cheat sheet. Cheat sheet got moved. Here's our cheat sheets. This one's for shovel head, this one's for sportster. So on here, we look for a number. Intake 3090. This is for a big twin again. That's for Evo. Sportster. I don't have a 309. It'll be 21. This is a 21. 21. Mark on there what size it is. So you take your 308, 9, or 9. You can see how it gets smaller as you go, so this would be a 21. The other ones are 3388. 3388. Camera's too low. 3383, 3383, 3388, excuse me, right there, minus 30. Oh, this is a minus 22. It's important to put that in there. Minus. This one was minus 30. So 0. Minus 30. Okay. So this gives a 1.4 intake clearance and 1.9 exhaust clearance, thousandths. Or you can put all them zeros in there and make it sound important. Your choice. I narrow it down a little bit. And these could be slightly looser because they're not really coated that good, so add an extra tenth or two won't hurt. Might help it. Okay, now we got to set our dial indicators, which are all buried up over here. So pull these out. And we need our standards for setting everything. So this one here is 5/16. This one should be 11/32, right there. Okay, so the reason we did our math, 11/32 is 0.3437. Our valve was 0.3388, not exactly the same. And we want clearance of 1.9 thousandths, or 19 10,000ths. So when you do all the math, you come up with that number under this. So that's 3 thousandths under this number. So that's what we want our number to be here. So we set this here with our standard right up here. So it's pretty much where we had it last time. That's good. Okay, that one's set. So now we check our head out. Right here, we want -3. Right now we are at -6. About 6.5 to 7, depending on where you're at. Let me see that. When we're all done, we want to be down here at 3. So I rough hone it down to roughly a thou, 8/10 to a thou from final. And then I hone the last 8/10 to a thou out to bring it to size. So I come up with a really, really fine finish when I'm done. So that's where those numbers come from. So that one's set. This one is obviously not the one I wanted. 5/16 does not fit in 11/32. So the 5/16, this one, find a sweet spot on this thing. Looks like it changed about a tenth from the last time I used it. Everything you got to be accurate, everything has to be at the same temperature. If you're not the same temperature, things are different. Okay, now this thing is going oversized on that side. You drop in that hole right there, it's 0. There you go. As these balls wear and they're not exactly parallel to each other at an angle like that, then this gets a weird reading. The bigger size will actually be at an angle instead of straight. So when you're holding this, you gotta find the spot where it's supposed to be. Theoretically, you want it to be straight, perpendicular. Doesn't always work that way. And these are very expensive and they wear quite a bit. So on the intake, we were negative 21 is what we want. So you can measure this one. There it goes. Didn't want to go in that hole at all. We're negative 45 right now. So we got to take quite a bit to get down to 21. 2.5 thou. So that's what we got to do. Alright, now we get to go over the hone. Over here. Set this all up. So, first I'm going to do this light over here. A little light. Alright, so this is our cylinder hone. We're done doing that for now. A little bit of off video work. A lot of that going on lately. Some people don't like being videotaped for some reason. Maybe because you guys make too much fun of them. I don't care, so you can call me anything you want. Alright, so now we get our hones. They're over here buried where you can't see them. So this one's 11/32. This one's 5/16. Gotta figure out which one you want to do first. Let's go with the small one. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and get our honing stuff. So these should be the two for 5/16. So I don't know if you can see the numbers in there, but it's two different numbers right there. You have a fine one and a coarse one. So everybody wants to know what I use. That's what I use. You can go to Sun and website and look these up. See what grit I'm using. Okay, so one is 67. Maybe. Hard to read. Yep. Yeah, it's hard to read this shit. Getting old. Window's gonna get used. Of course the light sucks. $67 and 87 or 88. I think that's what that said. Okay, I don't think these are gonna fit in here. Okay, these are not the correct ones. These are for the smaller one. That's why the numbers didn't look right. These are the bigger ones. There you go. These are those numbers. These are L10s. So there you go. So this one's 97. That one there is 67 or 57. Probably 57. Yeah, that one fits. Imagine that. So we're going to rough the head out with that, and we're going to switch over to the other one. We get two valves, I'll lay them over here so I can see them. We know they're both the same. I just got to know which one's which. So put them right there where I can see them. Reminder. We also got our two indicators. We have those out there too. We've got two heads that need work. These are nice and light. Fun thing to hone with. Okay, up there. It'll get me all wet at some point. Already getting wet. Alright, so we wanted 21. So measure what we have. So I get down to 31. I'm at 41 right now. Get a couple more strokes each way and measure again. Here I'll smoother now than it used to be. Ball's more round and straight now. He's gonna squirt me up. Okay, so now, let's see what we got here. So now we're about 30 and 32. See if I can blow this up a little bit so you can see. So you put a hole there, you can see the number there. As you pull it out, it's about 31. Turn it 90 degrees. About 31, 31 and a half. So we're within half a thou of, or half a tenth of straight and true right now, which is pretty good, considering where we started at. And I'm at 31, so 21 is what I want for the final, so I got 1 thou to go before I switch over to the fine stone. So I'll give it a couple more swipes each way just to get a little bit smaller. I have less cutting to do with a fine stone. Fine stone takes more effort to cut, so rough it in. A couple each way. So 28 will be good, 29. And we're at 30. Close enough. 9/10 to go. Now I'm going to rough in the other one. You know how rough it is? Again. 37 to 35. A little tapering still. Getting close. Protest and only going to hold it. Count on you to destroy it. actually pretty hard to put this on backwards like this. Too much. 27. Good. So that one's cutting too good. It only leaves me a 6/10 to clean up now. So we're going to put this head back in here. This one has the bigger hole in it. Or smaller hole, I should say. Don't want to stay in there. Getting worn out. Yep. Stone and mandrel are getting worn out. Squirting me. There's a little spring that goes on here to catch the edge of it, and something is really worn out because it doesn't want to go in anymore. It always wants to pop up. It doesn't stay put, see. If it does that, you can't use it anymore. And the stone's still got quite a bit of life in it, I think, but I can't use it. So that's a problem. I assume the pushing thing has got too much wear on it. Would be my guess. Alright, it's been a pain for a while, so it's time to fix it. When things bother me enough, then I do something about it. So that means I get to take this thing all apart. I go clean it up, disassemble it, and see what I think is wrong with it. So we'll be back.